Hey there, everyone. I recently made an alcohol burning camp stove that out of a water bottle, aluminum water bottle, and I kind of wanted to show you the process. Now, something like this, I don't know how useful it would be in an SHTF event. We've got a lot of stoves, but it was a fun project, easy to do, something you could do with the kids if you wanted. And now that I have it, maybe I put it in my supplies, and if I ever did need it, I have it. But anyway, the tools I needed for this are the drill, a Dremel, which you can use just a folding saw if you wanted, the alcohol, piece of sandpaper, and I cut a 2-inch piece of wood and a water bottle. So the process for this is fairly simple. Like I said, it just takes a couple hours. But what you want to do is measure 2 inches and cut the top and the bottom off. And I just used this block of wood and a Sharpie and then just kind of made a straight line. And then I did the same thing for the bottom of it. Now, the bottom of this one has an indentation, so I needed to make sure that was a 1/16 inch taller than the top. So I did it at 2 inches and a 1/16, basically. And also, when you put these two together, you want to make sure there's a little gap. That's why I needed that 1/16 of an inch. But anyway, you measure those two, and then I used a Dremel. You could use just a regular hacksaw or whatever you have, even tin snips, I suppose you could use. I use the Dremel. It makes a nice, neat, straight line, which is kind of important when you're putting everything together, especially cosmetically. But anyway, I cut the top off and the bottom off. And then once you get these two together, like I said, the bottom is a 16-inch taller because you want a little gap in the bottom it'll allow the alcohol to kind of swirl around in there. What I did was took a hammer and took the piece of wood and then just mashed these two pieces together. I got a little frustrated and eventually I just started pounding without the piece of wood because, like I said, I don't care much for the cosmetic stuff. But again, make sure you have that 16-inch gap. That way the alcohol can swirl around through the whole container there. After that, I marked a line that's right below where the two pieces meet. So there is a little bit of airflow in between the inner sleeve and the outer sleeve. And then I didn't measure. You can measure if you want. I cut 16 holes in it. When I drilled it, the 16-inch drill bit I was using broke, so I went to 1/8 of an inch. And the holes you'll see from the fire are a little bit too big, but have a couple extra 16-inch drill bits or be a little more careful than I was. After that, I just sanded everything down. Like I said, you can do this as much or as little as you want. I just wanted to get the burrs and the sharp edges off. You can, if you want it to look really nice, you take your time with this and do that. But I just wanted to get that, cleaned up a little bit. After that, I put about 2 ounces of rubbing alcohol in there, the 70% rubbing alcohol, and swirled that around, made sure it got through the whole bottom where the outside and the inside meet, and then light it up. After, 30, 40 seconds or so, let that heat up a little bit. You'll see that the flames from the inside, the outside will start getting those little flames there. And at that point, once that's heated up, you can set a pot on the top and the flames are going to stay lit. If you don't wait for those flames to start coming out the outside, it's just going to put it out. But once those flames on the outside start going, you can throw a pot on there or a pan, just water, and then you're good to go. Like I said, the holes that I drilled in this were a little bit too big, so you can see there's a lot of flame coming out of there. The next one I make will probably be about a 1/16 of an inch. But anyway, pretty cool little weekend project. I think there's other options that are better for a SHTF situation or anything like that, but this is something now I have it here, so if I am in a situation where I don't have those other fuel sources, I've got this, and I know we've got plenty of rubbing alcohol around. So anyway, appreciate everybody listening and watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to everyone later.